In case you guys didn't realize it, 44 Pro is an incredibly successful baseball company. 44 is the king of cheap custom baseball gloves. And oh my goodness, there is a huge market for this. Go to any high school baseball game. This is the most common thing you'll see. They are doing so well that the bigger baseball brands are actually losing money to them. They don't like that, which is exactly why Wilson revamped the A1000 series and made it so you can customize it for pretty dang cheap. Is revamped the right word? I don't know. For $230, can the custom Wilson A1000 outperform the $250 44 Pro? I don't know yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm genuinely excited because today we are gonna find the best custom baseball glove that you can buy. And I know the best custom one is like a custom H2K, custom Pro Preferred. We're talking about the cheap custom gloves, all right? Let's get moving. As always, I have Zach and Justin with me. Josh is behind the camera. Gentlemen, you have to pick your favorite looking glove. Normally we would rate each one 1 to 5. There's too many. I don't want to do that. Pick your favorite one. Ready? Give me the why.
This one looks cool, but too flashy. Not a fan of that much pink. This one looks good, but if I had to pick between these two, I think I would just go the black.
Yeah. Thanks. All right, Justin, why Purple Dookie?
I just really like the brown and purple together.
Valid. Let's actually give the audience a quick highlight because I'm actually going to show you guys the designs on each of these because I don't know why. I like them more than usual. I don't know what you call this, but it's like a little party going on. Mine, cross, blah, 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 blah. Big fat booty cheeks. Mine, across. Just got the pink and white theme. I think it looks clean. Watch out for she-bears. The 44, we got the Gator Small Touch. Your name here. It says rock them dogs. We rockin'. Jesus is better. The last 44. We got mine. The purple, which I just hate this. I hate how different that purple is to that purple. But anyway, Purple Dookie, because it's purple and it's brown. So Purple Dookie. So my personal favorite out of everything, I think, is this one as well. I am obsessed with the tan palm with like the black and green. It just looks so good.
That's my favorite part of it.
Now, you guys, we do have a ton to talk about. So to keep things moving, I'm gonna give you a quick idea of comfort on each glove, and then we're just gonna move on to pop, because we do need to figure out if any of these are gonna actually trump the Pop King, which is a 44. Purple Dookie, I'm not gonna go into a ton of detail or anything, but it's a 2.5 out of 5. It's actually pretty uncomfortable. The Jesus is better 44, this thing, 4 out of 5. Unexplainably comfortable. Incredibly impressive from a 44. The Wilson Pink A1000, this thing is pretty dang comfortable. These are generally like a little more comfortable because they're like soft. The A1000 is just a little soft. Definitely 3.5 out of 5. And then I'm calling this one 3 out of 5. I don't know why. It's a little less comfortable than this one for some reason. This one has super skin, if you couldn't tell.
Budget comfort.
Yeah, right.
Slight pillowiness.
Yes. There's just barely like a budget softness to these, like 1% memory foam feel to them. So yeah, they are pretty comfortable, which is why it's even more impressive that this is somehow noticeably more comfortable still, and it's all like legit leather. That's cool. Hail to the Pop King! Zach is, of course, our professional listener, so he's gonna let us know which glove is the loudest, because that's actually kind of related to what you do for work, right? Today we're starting with the Pop King. Let's set the standard. Not that impressive. Justin and Zach both think black 44 is going to take it. I'm just going to disagree with you guys and go Purple Dookie. Listen to this. That was a snap and loud. Oh, man. That really sucked. This is already dethroned. Oh, hail the new Pop King. This glove just feels so good. Oh, yeah, to do the pop test, I'm going to in the pinky. Oh, that was good. I'm pretty sure Purple Dookie was louder, but that was second place. One more.
I think it's the same as last time.
Same, yeah. That's good though. That's good. That was good. She-Bear.
It's just a different sound.
Yeah, it sounds thicker or padded or something.
That's pretty good.
There's a little bit of crack. Well, I
think
mean,
it's possible for these two.
final glove, big fat booty cheeks. Let's go. This is way snappier than the pink one. That's weird. That's weird. I kind of like the noise that this makes. I like it a lot more than this.
Yeah.
If you want a little bit of snap in your glove, if you want an A1000, go Super Skin. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it. Purple Dookie won, aka I'm always right. So what can I say? I am in control of catching it, so maybe I cheated. I'm not good enough to cheat. You guys might not think that this matters at all, but one, I think it's super satisfying to have a glove that's like loud, but a takeaway is this. Real leather is louder than this is real leather, but it's like budget leather. It's just a big difference. So that's like a huge takeaway. Way different feel. These have a slight padded feel, and these have that snap and the crack to them. So very satisfying. So I need to explain a problem that we ran into. When we order gloves to review on the channel, we make sure that it's what you guys would get. So basically, for these gloves, we used code names, got a different address. We don't want the company to know it's coming to us to be reviewed, because then they'll send us a better glove, something that's not just normally given to people. We did this successfully with this glove, and this glove, and this glove, and not with this glove. This 44 right here was ordered under Chris Banger, my name, and my home address, which 44 knows. And coincidentally, this is the best 44 I have ever felt. I can't get over how nice this glove is. Justin, where are you? Can you emphasize how much better this is than any other 44 you've ever had?
I've handled a lot of 44s. This is far and away the best one I've ever handled. It does not feel like a 44.
That's the key. It doesn't feel like a 44. The pattern is a 44 pattern. Everything about this is like a 44, but like the materials on the inside are something like we've never felt before. I'm not gonna go out and like die on the hill that 44 altered this glove because they knew it was coming to us, but I am far too suspicious, so I'm actually not including this for the actual review. Instead, we're only gonna be using Purple Dookie here, which, just to be clear, this is a better 44 than we usually get. Like, I think 44 might be making some improvements because this feels nice. A lot of the other 44s that we've broken in for people recently feel like pretty solid. So this is a good example for 44. They should be happy. Just to be clear, guys, I didn't mean to order this under my name. What happened is I actually have narcolepsy, and something I accidentally do sometimes is I work while like basically asleep. And I designed this glove, which is kind of cool because I think the design is awesome. I didn't remember designing it. There was a total surprise when the package came in. I had no clue I did it. I did it in my sleep and I used my normal name, and that's the problem. But a sleep design, that's kind of sick. Okay, so we're getting ready to field ground balls. Each of these have one major advantage. Wilson, it's patterns. They're good, clean, consistent patterns. 44, patterns aren't a huge advantage. Leather. This is real, actual like baseball glove kip leather. So which ones are more important? I don't know. And I'm kind of scared to figure it out. Like I don't know how we're gonna end up picking one over the other, but that's the goal. Let's do it. So just so you guys know, the A1000 and the 44 are both getting put on the tier list today. The normal tier list, meaning these are going up against the A2000, A2K, Mizuno, Haga Japan. The A1000 normally does cost $180. That means it would be on the budget list. But today, this is a custom, it costs $230. This costs $250. So both of these are getting compared to super, super nice gloves. That's gonna be at the end of the video when we actually do officially rank them. All I care about during ground balls is what matters more, pattern or leather. I don't know the answer. Starting with the She Bear glove, Wilson 1786, A1000, all pink, a little bit of white. Wearing it traditional, by the way. Oh, that's obviously an error on me. You know what? We said this last video, but it just feels like a baseball glove. And I don't feel like I'm using a budget glove at all. And I think that's just so cool. No. Oh, daddy. Quick thoughts. Very forgiving. And guess what? When a glove is forgiving, it's because of the pattern, all right? It's not really the leather or anything. If anything, this leather is slick and I don't like that. I had one ball. I'm not saying I played it well, but it kind of like slipped out. Maybe that wouldn't happen with like nicer leather. I like it more than I think I would expect, so that's cool. 44 Pro, Purple Dookie. Does leather matter more? This is kip leather. It's pretty solid leather, okay? It's not bad. I got scared. I'm actually going 2 in the pinky with this one. Oh, that almost came out. Dude, this decision is gonna be so hard. I'm gonna rock a couple traditional, just cause. Oh, I almost dropped it. I originally broke this glove into in the pinky. I think if I could go back, I'd probably break it in traditional. There's just a small difference in the feel. It, honestly, like it feels better traditional. But. Hang on, let me just think. This is tough. Yeah.
Because like that is budget leather.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
nice baseball glove leather.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just taking a few ground balls. Out of all the videos we filmed, this is one of the hardest things I think I've ever had to weigh. So there are things I love about this, and there's things I love about this. For now, I'm going to start doing some glove flips and transfers to just kind of feel out these patterns some more. Let's go. Sticking with the purple Dookie, 44. I'm actually just wearing this thing traditional now, but let's flip around. Didn't feel great, didn't feel great. Oh, forehand flips with this are money just because of, they're not, it doesn't have a huge roll. You just fling them. The 44s are like this one. It's just so wide, so it does feel mucho gudo. Holy yeah, I'm pretty sure I can throw those underhand flips so fast. Long distance forehand flip. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's like pretty cool actually. It just shoots out. Moving on, Wilson A1000, the She Bear. Can it glove flip? My early prediction is that the flips are probably gonna roll a little bit more, which is like pretty typical for Wilson. If you didn't know, Wilson has rolled fingers. And I say this like a lot, but like I know glove flips don't matter. I love glove flips, so deal with it. During stuff like this, I am messing around with transfers. What does the glove feel like? It's not literally just how does the ball flip out of the glove. Let's do it. Oh! No. Okay, well that was flip of the day. First flip with the glove too, and it was just a dime from like 40 yards. Oh, he made the play! Oh no. We got the bonus points for a trick play on that. Did you see that? That was so weird. That would be like so cool in game. Recovering with the glove. Softball. We should probably acknowledge that, is that the third one that is barely slipped out? I think the A1000 is slick enough to make a difference. They're staying like in my area, but they're coming out. Should have taken that myself. Yeah. Oh, I caught that ball. Dude, yeah, I caught that ball and then I went to go back and roll and it just flew out. Yes! I did not want to fall like that. Guys, honestly, it's funny because we're talking about like learning about the gloves don't matter. That session, just having fun, rolling them, taught me so much more than what we did before. Here's the big takeaway. The pattern is just infinitely better on the Wilson. If you order an A1000, all their patterns are gonna be cleaner, better, more intentional, more like thoughtful than what you'll get from 44. But this was factually slick. Quick compilation of like little drops. Oh no. Sure, you could say some of them might be a little bit my fault, but guess what? They're slipping out of the glove, okay? It's a fact. They are slipping and sliding out of this thing. I don't think that would have happened nearly as much with the 44. The leather on it just doesn't do that. A small win for 44 there, but honestly, I think it's a slightly bigger win to look at how much better the patterns are from the A1000.
With that A1000, I think if you're a fielder that always squares up the ball and goes two hands, the slickness of that leather is going to be such less of an issue than if you are someone that is reaching out and running through the ball to field it. You're going to have more issues with the slickness of the leather.
I think that's 100% true. And like, for example, I'm the guy who's running through, jabbing at the ball, flipping, doing whatever. I'm a one-hand defender. I'm going to charge it and go at it like this. So Yeah. We have a huge question to answer, and I think the best way to answer it is by going and just trying to make the coolest place possible. Is Super Skin on a Wilson A1000 better than just normal leather? Because, guys, it's the same Super Skin that's on like a A2000, a custom A2000, and A2K. So is that better than whatever they're using for the A1000 leather? We gotta find out. This is what I would call a side quest. Did we say this had more of a snap to it? Like a crack to it with the Super Skin on back? Could feel that just from one play. It possibly feels even more like a regular glove, like an A2000 or something because of that. It's weird because like Super Skin on a normal A2000 often makes it like a little less durable. Not durable as in like it's gonna break down or something, but it's like slightly softer. And I think it might be the reverse with this. Yeah, I think it has like a stiffer feel, like less flex backwards than all leather A1000. Well, hop on. You guys, I don't think there's a massive difference, but I think I like the Super Skin more. It had a thinner, harder feel to it, so it kind of reminds you of like a higher quality glove. There's more snap and crack in the glove when it comes to how it sounds, but also like how it feels. It feels less soft because of that. But in a weird way, I just felt more comfortable with this. I think A1000 with Super Skin back is kind of like a legendary glove. Like it's kind of sick. Dude, ranking these is gonna be so hard. All right, for kicks and gigs, I wanna use the like Ultimate 44 for just a second, see if we like it. I don't know if you can hear it, but this glove sounds and feels so good. Oh no! I don't even know, the glove somehow flew off of my hand. Just so you guys know, this feels so much better. It just feels far higher quality. It's like the thickness throughout the whole glove, the fingers, everything. I think it goes down as the highest quality 44 we've ever owned. Honestly, not just owned, we've ever seen. For any of the break-ins we've ever done, best one. With both of these being custom gloves, it only makes sense to talk about the actual website where you're customizing everything. I'm gonna start with Wilson. To customize a Wilson A1000, you're dropping $229.95. I would say the biggest positive for their designer is that what you make on this website looks 110% like it does in real life. I don't know how their designer works exactly, but it is very impressive. It's extremely realistic. I don't know if this counts for the actual designer, but being able to use Super Skin is a huge bonus. I think that's like pretty dang cool. To top it off, you guys, the overall designer, the entire website, it's incredibly clean. It's smooth, it's buttery. Everything about it is like easy to use. Now, if I had to pick a con, I'm definitely gonna go with just slight limitations to designing the glove. Every once in a while, you can't put a color where you want it to, but it's like pretty dang good. But it's not as good as 44. The 44 Pro designer is hands down the most customizable glove thing ever. It's actually kind of wild. Now, with that being said, already a first con, because sometimes the customized options they let you choose are kind of bad for your glove. Like people are putting a small infielder web on a really big outfield glove. Complete free range isn't always a good thing. But anyway, you guys, just to be clear, the huge bonus, you can customize like anything you want. You can change every little piece of this glove. It's pretty crazy. It's cool. 44, good job. I think it's not necessarily a huge con or anything, but like compared to the Wilson website, the design that you're actually making, you kind of are guessing what it's gonna look like down the road. Some of the color options on the 44 website don't look at all what they look like in real life, and that's just kind of sketchy. It makes you feel weird when you're designing it because you're like, well, what if it doesn't actually look good? Before we move on, there is one thing I noticed like just a few minutes ago. If you look at the websites, there are a lot of options like, hey, $10 more for this option, $15 more for this option on the 44 builder, but not on the Wilson builder. So in the end, if you choose every option possible, you can get your 44 up to $346, whereas your Wilson A1000 stays at $230 the entire time. I don't know if that's like super valuable, but something to note. I've talked a lot this video, and it matters. So listen more. Let's start with this. The Wilson A1000 was really slick, and I think that's just flat out bad. Like, I want to acknowledge it is a big negative. I would personally throw some pine tar in there, and it should work. I don't like spray pine tar. I would use like a stick and kind of just rub it in the palm. That'll help a ton. But the point of today was trying to figure out whether we liked 44 Pro or the Wilson A1000 more. This feels impossible. Let me tell you, this is like very frustrating to figure out. The reason would be because it's different for every single position. So with that being said, let me tell you what gloves I would use at what position. I'm gonna start it off with pitching. I think I would confidently say 44. I would like having real leather, and if there is a little bit of wonkiness to the glove, I'm pitching. Doesn't matter. Also, you can customize it like even more, so you could get a really cool glove. 44. Position number 2, catchers. Without a doubt, hands down, easiest decision out of all this, Wilson A1000. The 44 Pro catcher's mitts are terrible, terrible, terrible mitts. I really just overall recommend don't buy them. They're slowly fixing it, I think, but they're really bad. They just break in terribly. I've never seen a glove get bought and then never used more than 44 catcher's mitts. So, A1000. First base. I don't even know how to decide, because I think the 44 first baseman pattern is pretty, like, we see quite a few that are pretty bad. All right. For the break-ins, we see a lot. Not so hot. The A1000, it's really slick. The last thing I want is a slick A1000. I think I barely lean towards 44 Pro, but in the end, I would try to just not get either. This one, again, is actually kind of easy. We do not like the 44 outfield gloves. They're consistently shaped very poorly. So I would go A1000, but there's a huge but. Right now, there's like not actual outfield gloves for the A1000. Wilson, you need to fix that. I want a $17.99 and an $18.10 and an A1000. Right now, it doesn't exist, so make it happen. With that being said, by default, if you want something 12.75 bigger, 44. But I would definitely go A1000 if I can. Now, for the last one, I'm actually just going to include third, short, and second all as one, just the infielders group. This is the like least satisfying answer, but it is player to player. All right. If you're like a middle schooler, 110% get the A1000. All right. If you're like a high school player who's just having fun, or it's like a secondary position, A1000 as well. But there are a lot of you guys who would benefit from having like really true solid leather, in the case which 44 would, you know, do you better. But then there's always a chance that it just sucks. So kind of scary. It is a super disappointing answer, but for infielders, I think it's just a toss-up. You need to actually know who you are, what you need as a player, and you need to figure out, do you care more about the pattern, or do you need that like toughness of true leather? Can't make that decision for you. That's on you guys. Now, before we go to the tier list, I cannot stress this enough. If you are a middle schooler or younger, please just get the A1000 no matter what position you play, because 44 youth patterns are very weird. They're wonky. Do not like the way that they're shaped. They're consistently like poor. So A1000 if you're like middle school or younger, just no matter what. Well, you guys, before we even start with the tier list, go ahead and pause your screen. That's all the current gloves on the list, as well as how much they cost. You know, these are just today's samples, so you have an idea of like what the tier list is. To start it off, we are going to rank the 44 Pro. We have actually ranked these before, so this isn't that much of a surprise. These can range from a B sometimes to a D sometimes. It's just 44s are incredibly inconsistent, and that's why it falls under the C category. Yay, 44. And now for the Wilson A1000. You guys, we just last week reviewed this for the budget tier list, and it's actually an S tier on the budget list. This right here is the normal glove tier list, not budget. Okay, so this is absolutely not an S. But without further ado, this glove right here is also a C. Now, just to be super clear, I think if I had to pick one or the other to be above it, probably 44 just because of the real leather. But guys, I've seen so many 44s that are Ds. Whereas with Wilson, you guys are just like kind of guaranteed to get a C tiered glove. I think that's awesome. I just overall probably wouldn't recommend it for first base. That's like the only position. Too slick for first. Wilson A1000 Super Skin, you guys, it is also a C tier. To end off this video, what would I use in my own slow pitch softball league like today? Definitely the A1000. 12.5 inch custom A1000. I think I would absolutely rock that thing, and I'd have a ton of fun with it too. So thank you guys.